Hey guys, what is going on? This is Zip of RageQuitTV casting the Grubby versus Icarus show match. This is game number 2. Grubby is up 1-0 right now, winning game number 1. And Icarus, he had some brilliant harassment in game 1, but I think he just didn't really build that many workers. Even after he kills 8 probes within the first 15 minutes of the game, Grubby has more workers, so he definitely does cut his SCVs a little bit. Was very good. At many points in the game, I thought he could have won, but Grubby, I don't know where he got the money for everything, but he just had a little bit too much stuff. Icarus right now is top 100 in the Grandmaster ladder, and he is no one to laugh at. But Grubby is showing us that he has got much better while he's been in Korea, and now we'll see what he ends up doing. He did a Nexus first last time on Daybreak. What will he do on Shadow Temple? Is it going to be a 12, 13, or just a 16 Nexus? We'll find out. The 12 or 13 were gateways. It looks like it is going to be a 13 gate, as that one probe is rallied over here. Going to build that gateway now and say, okay, I did a 16 Nexus last time. Not going to do it again. And Daybreak may just be one of those maps you normally don't. My bad. I don't really see too much of Daybreak. I don't know if it's a big map or not. It seemed like it was a very small map, and 2 players, it would make it like the 16 Nexus is one of the last builds you'd think you'd come across. But Grubby showing us, well, hey, you can pull it off. And maybe that's why it worked so well, because it's not a build you'd expect, and Grubby does see the wall is complete, which means, okay, this orbital command is going to be delayed if he goes for any gas. So Grubby right now should know it's a gasless build thus far. And orbital command coming up, and see how he's not at 100 minerals yet. That's because he built that supply depot and didn't get a gas. And Grubby is going for a second assimilator, and the probe is going to be leaving as the Marine is about to pop out. And Grubby should have an idea what this is just because he saw that super early wall. He is going for his second assimilator. I kind of hope he goes for Blink Play, because Blink Play is such an abusive build against a gasless expansion. And that's exactly what this looks like. There goes the SCV to build the command center down here. So 1 racks, gasless expand. And this can be abused so much by just teching play, especially those blink stalkers, because it relies on bunkers down here to defend. And well, if you just blink up, you can do a lot of damage. Blink up here, get a concave, start taking out the barracks, and as Marines try to kill your stalkers, just blink them to the low ground and run them away. But Grubby looks like he may just be going for a 1 gate expansion as well. No, a Stargate is on the way, and this is also very abusive. He can just place a pylon right here, use the Void Ray to give vision, and whoop in Zealots or Stalkers on that high ground. And Marines don't really do that well against Void Rays when they're combined with other units, especially if the Void Ray can get charged up. Marines are the only thing that Icarus could use against the Void Ray, but without Stim, the Void Ray can do a lot of kiting. Void Rays do outrange Marines, and they kind of just sit probably right near this high ground and just poke at them when run away. Stargate now just finishing. The Phoenix is actually on the way. He's not going to be going for a Void Ray. I'm really interested on what Icarus is doing. I've seen this before, and probably can go up for 2 or 3 Phoenix so he can start harassment. And these Phoenix will help him so much against anything like a 1-1-1 build. He can lift up the tanks. Pretty much any build that involves siege tanks, the Phoenix do so well against, because they can lift them up, allow the Zealots and Stalkers to get close enough, and then just demolish them. And 2 reactors and a tech lab with a starport going down. I'm really worried for Icarus right here. If Grubby went for any aggression at all, he is taking a long time where he's not really building any units, rushing up to this command center, then going immediately into reactors, tech labs, and everything. As soon as these buildings are done, he doesn't have that many units. He's at 5 Marines, and Grubby has 3 Phoenix plus 1 Stalker, so I don't think it's that much of an advantage, but still. What does Icarus see? Has he thrown down scans on Grubby? Not really. He's only seen the one gas and the one gate. So if Grubby decided, okay, let's go for a 3-gate pressure, a 4-gate. There's so many builds that Grubby could just win. Does get a complete scout here. Sees the tackle on the factory with the lanes coming out. He's going to be pretty happy. I think this is the composition he is building to fight against. And now he's getting a Twilight Council so he can get the charge upgrade for those siege tanks. And now he's up to 4 Phoenix right now. And those Marines don't have Stim. And Stim not even on the way. That one SCV is going to be picked up. And the Phoenix again just going around the map. And now they're going to be coming in, lift up another SCV, and they're going to be lifting up a few, getting that one mule. It's at a half timeout, so does do a lot of damage there. Now just going to be getting away. Icarus has to build missile turrets if he wants to stop these Phoenix from doing anything. And the medevacs, it could be a very dangerous day for them, as those Phoenix can just easily pick them off. And the medevac is almost coming out, and the Phoenix do get scared away by a few Marines. Grubby again going straight for this Templar Archives without getting any upgrades on the Twilight Council. Gonna get those high temples as soon as he possibly can. And those Phoenix decide, let's just kill those Marines and take out quite a few of them. I believe that was 3 until the reinforcements do come, thinning out those numbers, and those Phoenix are pretty much out of energy. They can lift one more unit up right now, and it looks like Icarus is gonna be moving out. And since Grubby opted for that super fast Twilight Templar Archives and didn't get charged or anything, he's not going to have the tech to really stop this easily, losing 2 Phoenix right there. And I'm a little bit worried right now for Grubby, as now a few SCVs have also been pulled. The siege mode is not complete. It is about halfway done. And Grubby getting some force fields down to delay this as much as he can. Going to pick off one of those medevacs. The tank goes up another one, so he can't get picked off by those Phoenix. And he's going to try to go for that high ground. And he does get up there, but gets lifted up. And the tank looks like it will be going down, but at what cost? Grubby losing a lot of those zealots. Force fields the ramp, protecting his main, but this means that Icarus can just attack Grubby's natural. And the tanks do siege up down there, taking out the one pile there that was powering 2 of those warp gates. But he still got 4 up. Grubby running all his probes away, and now they're just going to be falling. And I think it all comes down to timing that Icarus hit before Templars came out. If Grubby had charged there, I think he may have been possibly able to hold that off after he delayed a little bit. The one tank going in that high ground really did screw up Grubby. Storm does go down a lot of those Marines, and Grubby will hold this push, but did he lose too much? It is 44 supply, 280 supply right now. And that's a lot of bunkers going up. And more Marines are coming in with that one tank. Grubby is forced to come back on the high ground, letting those 2 bunkers just get Marines in them, and this is not looking good. And I don't know what Grubby could really do. He's still kind of close in the supply. 62 to 85, but he is going to be falling dramatically further behind when this 3rd base does come up. When it's 3 base to 1 base, that's when you know it's pretty hard to win. Especially when Grubby's main is probably close to being mined out. Lifts one of the tanks up, storms the other Marines, and now he's going to be taking these bunkers out. And he's going to go for his expansion immediately. As you can look at his main, very close to mining that out. 61 supply, 279. Grubby is going to go on for a little bit of pressure now. Does have storm, but there are bunkers up. Oh, a bunker up to keep those Marines safe. And that Phoenix is going to do some damage. And maybe Grubby could put a force field right here, stopping all the Marines from going down this low ground, and pick off the 2 tanks here. There's still a few over here. Icarus has a nice split on his units. It's still no charge for Zealots. SCVs coming to form a wall. And now Storm does go down on those Marines, but the Zealots are forced to retreat. Now it's 58 supply to 77. The worker count 30 to 50. Grubby at full energy on that one. Next is now going to be Chrono boosting. And still can't get charge or blink. He really needs that charge upgrade so he can get close enough to the siege tanks before they do too much damage. And Grubby going to take out these rocks so he can take a third base. And I don't believe he saw this one command center. No, he didn't, so he doesn't know that Icarus about to just land his order command and go on 3 bases himself. Grubby's natural did just finish again. And it's 68 supply to 110 supply. Grubby going to probably take his third base relatively quickly. And if Icarus doesn't put any pressure on, Grubby can easily come back into this game. Icarus is playing with Bio and doesn't have any Ghost out yet, so Storm can do so much damage. The one Phoenix getting away with about 6 HP left. And Grubby has a lot of High Templar here. And this could take it out. If he had charge again, this would be so much stronger. And there he goes, going to be getting that charge upgrade. And he'll probably be attacking as soon as that completes, or if he sees the tanks moving up and getting out of position. And Grubby's going to have to get some nice storms off here. The scan does go down, sees Grubby's army, sees it's not that much, knows the High Templars are here, and decides to pull back. He's going to get that Ghost Academy up and probably move out once he gets Ghosts. And those Archons coming dangerously close to those tanks. One tank does go down. And here we go, big storms are going to be going off. Will Grubby be able to take this force out? There are no ghosts, and those storms just doing so much damage. But again, it's now 120 supply, 268. Grubby trying to do a little bit of kiting here. But it looks like Icarus may just have too much. And Grubby is going to take that force out. It looks like he was going to, and then he starts retreating. And there he goes. Those forces try to take out the Archon, but they did. They did get cleaned up, and I think taking out the Archon was definitely worth it. And Grubby now going for some Immortals, and that could be a tough situation because he's forcing Icarus right now to go a lot of Ghosts to deal with his High Templars, and those Immortals rely on the shield, so 1 EMP from the Ghost and those Immortals are going to go down very quickly to the siege tanks. The Phoenix does scout this one drop that is coming. Grubby is pulling back a lot to get in position. That charge did just complete. And now those dropships are going to be going immediately back. Dropping some units to try to take care of that Phoenix. But instead, he gets one of his medevacs feedbacked and a storm went off. And, oh, is that Phoenix going to pick it off? Yes, it does. Phoenix sacrifices himself, picks off that one medevac. Grubby only has enough energy for one storm right now. And I thought the charge finished, and it appears it did, but there are too many Marauders just slowing the Zealots and doing so much kiting. Now it's 140 supply, 280, and it looks like Icarus will be taking game number 2. Unless Grubby can pull off some miracle, but I don't even think one perfect storm could fix this. There goes the GG. And we will be going into game number 3. This is a BO5.